Under the canopy, the lanterns flicker slow. Three shadows seated where the darkling rivers flow. Footprints in the mud, a question in the trees. We trade our secrets to the Idahoan breeze. The bottle breathes its fire, the amber spirit burns, waiting for the moment that the wheel of mystery turns. Bourbon Legends, Bourbon Legends. The legends never die underneath the Idahoan sky. With every glass we raise, the hidden truth is found, while the spirits of the past rise from the hallowed ground. Conspiracies and spirits, we walk the jagged line, tracing every pattern, seeking every sign. From the mountains to the plains, whispers call our name. With the amber nectar, we the ancient flame. To the legends we remain. Bourbon Legends.
Welcome back to another episode of Bourbon Legends. Today, we're talking about another conspiracy.
Real.
Another good conspiracy. Are birds real? Ba, ba, ba. Now, this is one that I'm not as sold on.
Do we want to do the bourbon?
Yes,
We
of
should
course.
do the bourbon first.
Wait, and we're also doing bourbon because it's Bourbon Legends. And what bourbon do we have today, Jeff?
This is one I got for free from a friend. He said it was bad. I said it wasn't. I was wrong.
I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, so this is going to be such a treat for you. This is a Yellowstone Special Finishes Collection. Rum cask aged Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in rum casks. My mouth is already watering because it's preparing to...
The exact opposite of watering.
It's preparing for me to throw up. From Lebanon, Kentucky. 50% alcohol per volume, and it is 100 proof. I made the comment earlier, if you can see through here, that doesn't exactly strike me as bourbon. That strikes me more as like Steel Reserve. Something your creepy drunk uncle would always have and put in.
So, I think that I'm assuming that the Yellowstone labeling is trying to draw on the popularity of the show.
I don't know. I think it's...
I mean, Yellowstone, the park, is the greatest.
Yeah,
it's the greatest park we've ever known. I love Yellowstone.
I've been there.
The show,
multiple.
good. According to Jeff, which I haven't tried yet, the bourbon, not so good. I think we should just drink the whole thing in one drink. So that we don't have to take any more sips throughout the show.
Yep.
And we'll give, what do you want to rate it on? This is the birds, do birds exist episode? So what do you think?
I mean, it's Yellowstone.
It is Yellowstone. We could...
Why don't we... Number of Duttons.
Number of Duttons. Okay.
Number of Duttons, this would make sick.
Okay. All of the...
All of the Duttons.
All right, let's just get a sniff. Yeah.
Nope.
You know, maybe it's just because my sense of smell's not that good. But it doesn't really smell like a lot of anything. Like, I can smell it, but it's not very strong. Like, you're getting a gag reflex already. And we know you don't normally have a gag reflex.
No, I don't. All that years working for the government.
All right, now let's have the taste.
Yep. No.
It burns in all the wrong places. Why did it burn my nose? So I will probably, it's not good.
Mm-mm.
It's not as bad as
It's-
the
yeah.
American bourbon that we had,
No, it's not.
but I'll let you say your piece first.
I think I phrased it wrong. How many Duttons would enjoy this?
Yes, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Versus how many Duttons would it kill? Because I don't want to give it a high number. That it's like still back there.
It's just,
what did we give that other one?
I think we gave it somewhere a 1 to 2 is what I feel like.
I mean, this is better than that one.
You know, yeah,
I'll say 3.
yes, I will agree.
Maybe if you find the right mix or
I
the
think it
right
would-
ratio of like Coke to this,
Yes,
that you could do that.
I think it would be okay as a mix.
Yeah. By itself,
It's not.
no.
It's the thing is, there's not much to it. Like,
No.
there's a burn to it. It burned my nose. But there's not much of a real flavor to it. Like,
Mm-mm.
there's not a profile. You can be like, oh, this is similar to this.
Yeah.
It just makes me want to burp. Oh, excuse me. I also give it a 2 Duttons out of 10. It's, I mean, maybe 2.5. I think it could definitely be used as a mixed drink.
Yeah.
I would not
Not on
recommend. Oh, I burped it back up.
its own. Yep. It's days.
You know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
My early 20s. You just drink whatever the fuck they put.
Yep.
So if you want to go back to your early 20s and drink a mediocre bourbon, boom, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's better than the American bourbon we tried previously, but I feel like it's because there's nothing to it. It's not, there's nothing
Yeah.
really good about it.
No.
I think it would get you drunk.
Yeah. Yeah. It
That's
would do
what
that.
it's for. It's like if you were like, now this week we're testing White Wolf vodka. You don't expect it to be good.
No.
This isn't good, but it's not as bad as the previous one.
No, it's not.
And
with the right mix,
yes,
I think
it
it
would be
would be
okay.
fine.
And we got these prepared, Irish Death, which is a
Mhm.
nice dark smooth ale to get the
Wash it
taste
down.
out of our mouth. So, that all being said, we've given the ratings for the bourbon. Let's talk about.
Birds aren't real. So, this was a subject I brought up. Movement was created in 2017 by Peter McKindo, and I apologize if I mispronounced that. Meant to be a parody of a conspiracy culture, which actually turned out backfired on him. If you want an example of the argument supporters present for it, it goes, birds sit on power lines to recharge. Bird droppings are actually tracking devices. Birds are the most common surveillance models, pigeons are the most common surveillance models because they're found in cities.
Yeah.
The government replaced real birds over several decades without anyone noticing. The phrase, if it flies, it spies, is used as a slogan. Counter arguments to that. Birds have been studied for centuries by biologists and ornithologists. Their anatomy, genetics, reproduction, and behavior are well documented. Millions of people observe nesting, egg laying, migration, and other natural bird behaviors every reel.
So, one thing that I thought about, and I have a list of stuff to go over, like to bit by bit, but this is something I thought about is like, the theory was brought up in 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I'm just dumb. I mean, I guess just knowing that you're not the smartest puts you at a higher IQ level than people that don't know they're dumb. But what about like World War II, right? We had
Yep.
carrier pigeons.
Yes.
You mean to tell me that frickin' pigeons are just bringing 100%, unless they get shot down, of course, just here's a little note, bring this to the specific person. Pigeons are dumb as fuck.
They are. They are.
I've seen lots of pigeons. They are not smart.
No.
And they are over there just bringing messages across the war front. That wasn't it. I just something I thought about. It wasn't part of my notes, but it was very interesting to me that if the technology existed back then,
Yeah.
but I think it'd be hard to hide a mechanical bird back then.
Back then.
Not now.
No. Now, yes. However, I think there could have been a degree of this guy did it satirically, but
Yes.
he could be pointing out something
But
that's real, because while I don't think all the birds have been, because I mean, you've seen my backyard. Like,
yes.
there's birds nesting out here. I've seen the babies. A windstorm kicks up, they land on the ground. I've seen them. They're real.
But are all birds
But are all birds real?
And I think there's a very high chance that they are not.
I would agree with that.
So now, yeah, like you said, we've seen all the birds out here. I'm going to go over some of the official lore, but the creator of it initially, if you read anything about it, it says it's satirical, right?
Yeah.
But he drove around the country in a van, like a conspiracy van, like pushing it, and then didn't until years later say, "Oh, I was joking," right?
Yeah.
Now that's something that you wonder, was he actually joking? He may have been. But did the government say, you better shut the fuck up? That could easily certain
have
people do and certain people don't. You know, Alex Jones, he doesn't shut the fuck up. Making the frogs gay.
And it turns out that was actually a real thing too.
It did. They did
The
make
frogs
the frogs
are gay.
And do you remember?
Because I thought it was a little ridiculous.
For another topic for another time is 9/11. He talked about 9/11 in like June of 2011. He spelled out exactly what they were going to do before they did it. So he comes across as nuts, but a lot of the stuff he has said over the years, he's been right. Eventually he was proven right. And there are some conspiracies he got sued for, which are other conspiracies we can go over in different episodes. But anyways, we're getting way off topic.
Yeah.
Birds aren't making birds aren't gay.
No, they're not, because they're not real. Therefore, birds aren't gendered.
All right, let's go over the official lore.
Yeah.
All right. The claim is that all birds in the United States were exterminated by the federal government between 1959 and 71. Some versions cite roughly 12 billion birds killed and secretly replaced with surveillance drones built to look and act identical to real birds. So, the only way I could see that happening is if they had alien technology. Roswell, New Mexico. There's no way with just like we talked about the moon landing, the technology, you're a believer, I'm not. But the technology back then, could they make that many birds that looked real?
I don't think there's a way that they could have done it and kept it quiet.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
The origin of the program, per the lore, is the movement's mock mythology credits real-life CIA Director Alan Dulles with proposing the bird replacement program to President Eisenhower around 1956, partly motivated by birds defecating on government officials' cars. I mean, if a bird shits on my car, I get
upset.
And they always shit on it when it's clean.
Yeah. And it seems like it's always the one that are eating the blueberries, so the white part's not white anymore, it's purple. It's like, awesome, I got a polka-dotted car going on right now. This is great.
Yeah, so, if you got tired of bird shit on your cars, what would you do? Wipe them out and create some robots.
Yes.
Yes.
Spies.
The lore claims President John F. Kennedy opposed the program and was assassinated by the government specifically to keep the project secret and ongoing. Now, I don't agree with that.
No, because he was assassinated for numerous other reasons.
Yes, and that'll be another episode, I'm sure.
We could absolutely.
The John F. Because I have some theories.
Oh, I'll go with you.
But I don't think it was the birds.
No, it wasn't.
There was a lot of other things, and we definitely know it is real. Is real.
Sure. All right.
But anyways, so I don't think John F. Kennedy was assassinated because of the birds, but
No,
it's part of the theory. The slogan most associated with the movement is "If it flies, it spies," which is funny.
It is funny. But
And and then a secret drone development lab is in the lore placed in Area 51. So
okay, but we know this.
Yes.
This is a known fact because we have declassified videos and documents and everything else showing some of this. Like the little circular device that was able, like a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing.
Yes.
Like they had that from
where the things come down and boom.
Yeah.
You know how I know that?
Yeah.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. But they had, like, they were working on stuff like that in Area 51 for a long time. I forget which drone series it was, but there was a drone series that was tested there, whether it was like the Predators or the Makos or whatever, but they were tested and everything else there and in the surrounding desert for like range and capability and everything else. So these are known facts. We have those.
Yes.
And then I think I want to reference something you said in an earlier episode. Please look at all of our episodes to find out which one. Government, they don't release the technology level that they have currently.
Yes.
They hold on to it. They would release it, but only after they've moved on next level.
And I think that's what we talked about for the Mothman.
Mm-hmm.
Is when I brought up that it could be some kind of government flight suit or something.
Yep.
Like we talked about stealth bombers.
Yep.
We had those for a long ass time, and people are like, "Oh, these are a thing." And there was, of course, conspiracies that they existed, but they did exist.
Yeah.
And that's what happens over and over. I like to say that conspiracy theories are just spoiler alerts.
Spoiler.
Eventually, it becomes true. Now, the only people that right now are really sad because of all the conspiracies that came true are flat earthers.
Yeah.
I feel like flat earth people are like, why can't mine just be true?
It's true.
Bother.
Oh, bother. You know what? Flat earthers' tears? Because you know how water changes the flavor of bourbons and whiskeys?
Yeah.
I bet that would have sprinkled a little bit of that.
Maybe Yellowstone flat earther tears.
Maybe.
Maybe we should make a bourbon called Flat Earth Tears.
We could, yeah.
Yes. I don't know. Maybe we can make a bourbon.
Maybe more earthy.
Yes. And less Bernie. Not Bernie Sanders.
No.
We can't have trillionaires. So back to Area 51. Obviously, we know a lot of research and stuff has gone on there. I think that if this theory were true, that this would be the most likely scenario, is that they were able to reverse engineer something based on other technology and then just make it look realistic. Because, right now we're ramping up the robot technologies.
Oh, yeah.
The robot dogs, the walking robots. And I still think that what we're seeing is far behind what the government actually has.
I
and you've seen the masks that they have where it looks exactly like a real person.
Yes.
Pulled over their face. What's to stop them from doing that with a bunch of feathers to make it look like a bird?
Japan's robotics technology makes ours look like Tinker Toys.
Yeah, and that's not even government technology.
No, that's public.
Yes.
That is public.
So we will move on, and let's go over some of the evidence that people cite.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, and if we're being honest, both of us, we don't personally believe that every bird is a robot.
No.
But
could there be some that are? I think
some birds could be robots.
I agree.
So let's go on to the evidence that people cite. First of all, birds sitting on power lines, which is how they recharge their batteries.
Yep.
Which makes sense because you see some birds that are all sitting on the power lines and a lot of them that aren't.
And we can again reference your comment earlier about technology not coming out till after the fact,
Mm-hmm.
how recent has wireless phone charging actually become a thing too?
Yeah, not
What,
pretty
5,
recent.
10 years?
Yes.
Something like that?
Yeah, where you just boop,
But
put it
then-
on there and it's charging.
But then this conspiracy goes back farther than that?
Yeah, you got to figure every technology we have has at least 20 to 50 years that the government has had it before that we're actually getting the technology.
Yes.
So here's another one. Bird droppings on cars claim to be a deliberate liquid tracking apparatus that marks a vehicle for tracking, not actual waste. Now, for the most part, I think birds are just shitting on our cars.
I do. And the fact that we can actually, I mean, you don't need to be a biologist or and I'm going to butcher this name, ornithologist.
Yes.
You don't have to be one of those to understand, like, oh, hey, I can tell what this bird was eating. I know it was eating the blueberries that are growing in my neighbor's backyard and my backyard.
And now
it is purple. I know.
So speaking of, this is completely unrelated to birds, and this is funny. So, my wife used to work at a dentist office, and there was actually
Mine did too.
Yeah.
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 There's
a whole news article that came out about birds that were eating certain berries that were making them drunk. Just so happened to be outside her office.
Oh, yeah.
And they were flying into her windows. So she'd be sitting there, they'd go out there and eat, and then they'd go, kablam!
Mm-hmm. There was a recent article as well that popped up on my feed about, my news feed, by the way. I don't have social medias. There was a specific bird type that is notorious for doing this.
Getting drunk.
And they believe it to be on purpose.
Uh-huh.
Because the bird enjoys it.
It's a learned behavior.
Yeah, I mean, look at us.
I think look at us. We're literally drinking bourbon and Irish Death.
No, and only humans are like, oh, hey, this makes me feel great.
They told us for years, liquor before beer.
You're in the clear.
So we're in the clear.
That's right. Not to mention we're old, so we have life experience we can draw on for that.
Yes. And we don't I haven't been legit plowed in a long time.
Years.
Like I haven't been pee on a bookshelf drunk in like a couple decades.
Right.
I'm not saying that that's a true story, but that's a true story.
Now it's like, oh man, I had a shot of bourbon and a beer. I better get some water and a liquid IV and just slam a couple of these.
So another one that they have is Where Are the Baby Pigeons? A recurring talking point used by McIndo himself in in-character TED Talks, pointed out that people rarely see baby pigeons, jokingly concluding, that drone pigeons come out of the factory as adults rather than hatching and growing.
Okay, so this is the part where I could be like, yeah, I get this part.
Yes.
Because I don't think I've seen a baby.
I've never seen a baby pigeon.
Other baby birds? Absolutely, I've seen.
Now, so also, let's be honest, how many pigeons do we have around here? We have a few.
Yeah, there's a few.
Now, if I talk to the wife, she at one point lived in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And there was like weird weird pigeons too. I remember her talking about like a mutant pigeon.
Yeah.
And so, but I don't remember her ever saying anything about baby pigeons.
Well, like when I was in California too.
Yeah.
By the way, not born and raised California. I was there against my will. I did not choose that place. It chose me.
Honestly, I have not seen baby pigeons. I've seen plenty of baby birds.
Yes.
Because my grandparents had like a little aviary, and it was like they had little baby finches, they had little baby like lovebirds. They had all kinds of different little birds, but I never saw, nobody wants, except for Mike Tyson, nobody wants pigeons.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even growing up, like where I grew up, oh yeah, I think we've said it in earlier episodes.
West Virginia.
Oh, yeah, I was going to make them watch our other videos to find out.
Well, I mean,
we had true, but they'd have to watch both to confirm. We had birdhouses and everything that I would make with my grandpa, and we would put around the property and everything else. Bluebirds. And I've seen them. I mean, shit, there was a couple times where we banded a couple of them, and we could be like, oh, hey, it's the same family coming here nesting in the same place.
And you find the eggs.
In our birdhouses, yeah. So, one, we independently, not affiliated with anyone, verified, like, hey, these birds are legit.
Mm-hmm.
But when you think about, like, the body type of a
Yes.
pigeon,
Yes.
what other bird is it like? It's got a fat body.
It does have a fat body.
What other...
Some people might say that's because they hang out in cities and eat all the junk. They're like sky raccoons.
I mean, yeah, I find that to be a...
Bucks.
Yeah, I could find that to be a legitimate argument. But at the same time, I can't think of a single other species that's like that. Most of the others you can see is in some way, shape, or form streamlined.
You know what's weird? And we're in a very landlocked state.
Yes.
You know what I see here on a regular? And this almost, I feel like, adds to the conspiracy.
What is that?
Why am I seeing fucking seagulls?
Yeah. I mean, we do, to be fair.
To be fair.
Comment if you know what movie or show that's from. We also are around a lot of water.
We do have a good amount of water, but it's just so weird when I go and I drive into the grocery store parking lot and there's seagulls there.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Walmart.
bruh, yes.
Walmart parking lot.
Winco as well.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
There's any food distribution
Yeah,
company.
I'm like, bruh, you're a little ways off. Can't find your way.
Like, I thought you all had like some kind of magnetic thing in the brain that directed you. You're off course, bud.
So here's another one of the evidence. Camera-like eyes. The movement plays on the idea that a bird's eyes are actually small embedded cameras feeding data back to the government. And technology-wise, now, and you know, like I've said before, they could have had technology a long time ago. Now, 100%, I could see that.
Yes.
But I feel like in 1959, the computers we didn't have computers. We had the computers that went to the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Those
took up an entire room.
I feel like
with tapes and everything else going on behind the walls.
I feel like if I ate enough beans, my farts would have the same processing power as those computers. They weren't great, but you know, like we've said before, the government does what they'll do.
Oh yeah.
But I think with the technology we have now, that makes sense.
Yeah.
The 2018 news of China's real-world surveillance drone birds. A genuine reported Chinese military government program using bird-shaped drones for surveillance in several provinces gets cited by the movement as proof the technology and motive are real, even though it has nothing to do with U.S. birds. Now, it said nothing to do with U.S. birds, but we are way the fuck ahead of China.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what they say. China doesn't hold a candle to the USA.
No. Especially because they rip off a lot of our technology.
They don't have an Area 51 over there.
No.
I mean, they might.
They might. Maybe.
But the thing is, if their technology is always way behind ours.
Mm-hmm.
Look at, like, fighter craft. Look at boats. You can't fuck with our boats.
I will 99.9% agree with you. However, there have been reports of China having possibly the first drone carrier, in which case now this statement about the spy drones and everything else.
Yes. So you mean like a giant flying carrier that carries other smaller drones, or like
it's a naval vessel that's capable of launching multitudes of drones and printing them.
Oh, that's interesting.
In real time.
But you have to think the USA is like, yeah, we've already been doing that.
Not that I'm aware.
But here's my thing is with China. China's like, has to be like, hey, this is what we have, because they're trying to make themselves look more powerful than they are. USA's like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Don't fucking tell them we've been doing that for years.
So the only reason I could see that being real is whenever you've needed a product produced cheaply
and
in
quickly.
mass quantities
And there's
and
nobody.
quickly,
Yeah.
China's hands down. You put that capability on a ship with cheap-ass drones that you don't need them to.
Yeah.
We're not counting on them coming back.
They're not good. They're not good, high-quality drones that are returning. They are drones that
One way.
we'll do whatever they need to do, and then we're gonna suicide on you.
So then I could absolutely see that
Yes.
being a capability they have.
I agree.
And if they have the birds like we're talking about, what better way to learn about targets, like high value targets and everything else?
Yeah, they don't mind if they're getting blown up. It's
No,
you
what's
know,
it matter?
it reminds me a lot of the stuff in Ukraine with their stupid drones.
Yes.
They're just like, we don't care. We're just gonna we'll sacrifice one drone to blow up one Russian soldier.
Mm-hmm.
That's good enough for us.
Yeah, because you know what his life was worth? About $350.
And the thing is, it takes about, not very long to make one of those drones.
No.
It takes at least 18 years to stick one of those dudes in the military. So
Yep.
fair trade.
At least currently.
Yes.
They can go lower.
Yes. Shut up, Siri or Google or whoever you are.
Let me unplug that.
No, you don't have to worry about it.
Need
Interruptions.
No.
So here's some other things that happened due to the reveal of the birds, right?
Okay.
The movement organized real in-person rallies in multiple U.S. cities, including a large gathering of thousands of participants in Washington Square Park, New York City, in October of 2022. It built a large social media following, hundreds of thousands of followers across platforms at its peak, and sold real merchandise like stickers, hats, and
That is a good slogan. Solid.
appeared in cities across the country. McKindo, the guy that created it, gave an in-character TED Talk in April of 2023 about the movement before eventually breaking character to explain its real purpose, exploring why people fall for conspiracy theories and the us versus them feeling that draws people in. In 21 to 23, McKindo and co-creator Connor Gatos released a mock nonfiction book, Birds Aren't Real, the true story of mass avian murder and the largest surveillance campaign in U.S. history, written entirely in character as if the conspiracy were real. And notably, journalists have pointed out that for several years it was genuinely unclear to outside observers whether this was real grassroots conspiracy or satire, part of what made it spread so effectively.
I could absolutely see that.
Yes.
One, that last statement is what I'm referring to, but I could also see it being a whole thing because, yes, how many times has something come out of left field and that's like, that is wild and way out there. There's no way this is real.
It comes out to be true.
And then now we got gay frogs.
Yeah, the frogs are gay. So my two thoughts on it, right, are, as I said earlier, that this guy was all in on it and the government told him to shut the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Or, more likely, he was a government plant. He makes up a way more implausible story that they wiped out every single bird and replaced them with robots, which is ridiculous. And then he goes on with that for years, but that doesn't mean that some robot or some birds are not robots. Like, do I think they all are? No.
What's that? I forget. I can't credit the person who came up with this saying, but the best lie contains a kernel of truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
probably someone from our
we
government.
only replaced 5% of the entire bird population with drones,
or 1%,
or 1%.
Or please no percent, but we added them to the population.
Yeah. In which case, we've just made a larger population set.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go ahead and put this counter propaganda up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a smokescreen.
Yeah, we'll start it off. We'll
Absolutely.
say that He'll
we
say
already
that
know
all
false
birds were
flags are a thing.
killed. Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
they literally were going to kill American citizens so that they would have a reason to attack Cuba.
Well, yeah.
The Bay of Pigs thing.
Yep.
That's all documented, declassified. We know that the government doesn't always have, very rarely, in fact, has our best interest in mind. The government and the people have their own interest in mind.
What has the profit margin?
So I think the main thing is, like, this whole conspiracy, it sounds ridiculous. If you go with every piece of this, if you say that every bird was replaced, there's no way that you could kill every bird on the planet.
No.
You think that they're like, oh, we got to kill all the parrots, kill all the eagles.
There's no way.
Yeah, would you turn the eagles into fighter jets?
That would. Okay, so
sweet.
Government, if you're listening, that's not a bad idea.
That's very American.
Don't take out all the eagles, but add to the population eagle drone firecrafts.
And they have mini nukes.
Please do. Please do. My tax dollars, I will happily pay taxes on that.
But I think we can say that is the technology here that there are birds that are part of the surveillance state?
Yeah.
I think absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I think that that's not even a question.
Nope.
I think that the whole thing was meant to make it look like a stupid proposition.
Yep.
When in reality, they're already doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to get it all out there and more into the mainstream zeitgeist so that people are like, yeah, they've already talked about that. That's retarded.
Yep.
You know?
Like, we don't really care. Like, we've heard about this forever now. We're sick of hearing about it.
This isn't real.
Yeah. Oh, it is real? We've heard about it for so long. Like,
See,
I'm desensitized to it. Oh. Different thing entirely. Oh, this is a real thing. Like, we're desensitized to it.
Yep, exactly. And like I said, there's being a conspiracy theorist. Like when we were younger and there wasn't as much media to consume.
Mm-hmm.
Like these guys were the forebearers, but everyone thought they were crazy, right? But the longer we go along, being a conspiracy theorist isn't even being a conspiracy theorist. It's just questioning what we're being told. Everything.
Oh, absolutely.
On everything that we're told, you don't have to straight up say that's fake, but just say maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this is true. Or maybe it's not. At least just have a little bit in your brain.
Let me look up and find my own research and verify my own sources. Like that's all it would take.
And don't let someone tell you some bullshit, right? Don't say, well, you're not a scientist. Well, you're not a doctor. Well, you know what? I know all the rules to football.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I'm not a football player. I played high school football, but I'm not an NFL coach. I'm not an NFL player. I'm not the commissioner of the NFL. But guess what? I know all the rules. I know the players, the stats, the strategies. I know all that stuff. And guess what? I didn't need to be one to know it. And you don't need to be a scientist or a doctor or something like that to know that something's weird. So,
or something like, hey, just because it looks like a duck, talks like a duck, seems like a duck, could be a platypus.
Yep. It's got a duck bill.
Yeah.
It made the frogs gay.
And it made the frogs gay.
So I think that the conclusion is that for me...
And why should you limit yourself?
No.
Piggybacking off of what you just said, why should you limit yourself? Just because you're not a doctor, does that mean you shouldn't be somewhat versed on medical knowledge? No, learn. Learn about yourself. That way you know, hey, this is just bullshit. I don't need to bother a doctor's time with this.
If you go to the store, do you not buy ibuprofen? Because I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, so are you allowed to prescribe yourself medications?
This helps with my headache or my inflammation, but I'm not a doctor. I better go get a prescription.
Hey, should you educate yourself on automotive stuff? That way you know when you're getting taken for a ride when you go into the shop. Oh.
Let me bend over and
I
take
have
it.
to get my entire transmission replaced? No, you don't. You know what you need? You need a filter change and a flush. That's all you need.
And some spark plugs.
Maybe.
You always need spark plugs.
Absolutely.
But, you know, in like our whole, for the end of this, I think we both can agree that birds or drones that are disguised as birds are most likely in use.
Yeah.
China's using them. We've definitely been using them. But do we believe that all birds are dead? No, that's a level above us. That's, I think, on the flat Earth level.
Yeah.
Of
where you completely ignore what you can verify for yourself, and you're like, I'm just gonna believe it because this other guy said it.
Well, I went duck hunting and shot this bird or this duck and ate it. You ate all the circuits?
Yeah.
No, it was a regular bird made out of meat.
He's a cyborg.
That's the next conspiracy.
We've already invaded Cyberstan.
Cyborgs. All right. Well, do you have anything to add in conclusion?
No.
Birds are real. Some of them are not.
I agree.
And don't be a little bitch. Do some thinking for yourself.
Yeah.
And don't drink Yellowstone unless you want it mixed.
Or mix. Find it out. If you know a good recipe, share it in the comments below.
Or if you're starting from the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, I'm going to start from the worst, start with American, was it All-American? I don't know what it was.
I don't remember what it was. It was worthy of forgetting.
The one that has the Mount Rushmore with Trump's face on it. It was not good.
No.
Start from the bottom there and then be like, this is awful. Move up to Yellowstone and be like, that's not so bad. But it's still bad. Because eventually you'll get to better things.
You will.
That's it for us for this week. We'll see you next week. And we haven't decided on topic yet. So... see you next time.
Spirits, we walk the jagged line, tracing every pattern, seeking every sign. From the mountains to the plains, whispers call our name. With the amber nectar, weep the ancient flame. To the legends we remain. Bourbon Legends.